Emma, a young woman with a penchant for the peculiar, browsed the dusty aisles of Bartholomew's antiques. Sunbeams, filtering through grime-coated windows, illuminated forgotten relics. The air hung heavy with the scent of aged wood and forgotten time.
Pauses, noticing something.
Emma stopped, drawn to a mirror tucked away in a dimly lit corner. Its ornate silver frame, tarnished with age, depicted writhing gargoyles and thorny vines. The mirror's surface, instead of glass, seemed to be a pool of liquid darkness. It pulsed with an unseen life. Intrigued, Emma reached out to touch its cool surface.
Don't touch it, dearie.
A raspy voice startled her. Mr. Bartholomew, the shopkeeper, stood behind her, his eyes narrowed. He clutched a tattered book.
Not unless you're serious about owning it.
It's unusual. What's its story?
Mr. Bartholomew hesitated, then leaned closer, his voice a hushed whisper.
Just remember, if you take it, never leave it uncovered at night. What it reflects, it isn't meant to be seen.
Emma, despite the unsettling warning, purchased the mirror. Its pull was too strong to resist. At home, she placed it in her living room, captivated by its strange allure. As day faded, she draped a velvet cloth over the mirror, remembering Mr. Bartholomew's words. Sleep, however, proved elusive. Whispers seemed to emanate from the covered mirror, weaving tales in a language she couldn't understand. A sense of unease filled her. Curiosity warred with fear. Unable to resist, Emma rose from her bed. Moonlight streamed through her window, bathing the room in an ethereal glow. She stood before the covered mirror, her heart pounding in her chest. Slowly she reached for the velvet cloth. The whispers intensified, swirling around her like a ghostly cyclone. Yet a morbid fascination compelled her forward. With a swift movement, she pulled the cloth away.
Breathes heavily. What is this?
The mirror's surface shimmered. For a moment, Emma saw only her reflection, but something was different. Her reflection moved independently, a sly smile playing on its lips.
Gaff, no, this can't be real.
Emma recoiled in horror, but it was too late. The whispers grew louder, morphing into guttural chants. The mirror's surface rippled, the reflection stretching, contorting, taking on a life of its own. A cold, clammy hand reached out from the mirror's depths, its touch laced with icy dread.
Screams. No, get away from me!
Emma screamed, scrambling back, her eyes fixed on the horrifying spectacle unfolding before her. The figure from the mirror, her doppelganger, was emerging, its touch hungry, its eyes filled with a chilling emptiness. Panic seized her. She tried to look away, to break free from the mirror's gaze, but its pull was too strong. She was trapped, both physically and mentally, by the reflection that was no longer a reflection.
Whispers, you're mine now.
Whimpers. No, please.
The mirror's sinister power had claimed another victim. Emma watched in terror as her doppelganger, now fully formed, slithered out of the mirror. It was identical to her in every way, yet its features were twisted into a grotesque mockery. Its eyes, devoid of warmth, held a sinister gleam.
I tried to move, to run, but my body refused to obey. I was rooted to the spot, paralyzed by fear.
The air grew thick, heavy with the stench of decay. The room seemed to warp and twist around her. The doppelganger, with a triumphant smirk, approached Emma. Its touch sent shards of ice through her veins.
I opened my mouth to scream, but no sound emerged. I was a prisoner in my own body, forced to watch the horror unfold.
We are one now. There's no escape from the mirror's embrace.
Emma felt her consciousness fading, being pulled into the abyss that stared back at her. Emma was gone, her essence trapped within the mirror's depths. In her place stood the doppelganger, an eerie replica, wearing her face like a mask. It moved with a newfound confidence, a sinister satisfaction radiating from its stolen form.
The mirror, its surface now calm and clear, reflected my every move. It was as if nothing had changed, yet everything was different.
The room seemed to pulse with a dark energy, a silent testament to the horror that had transpired. A knock on the door broke the silence. The doppelganger turned, a cruel smile twisting its lips.
Just admiring its beauty.
Mr. Bartholomew, checking on his latest sale, had no idea the evil he had unleashed.
He didn't notice the flicker of malice in the doppelganger's eyes, the chilling glint that promised more horrors to come.
The mirror, now a prison and a hunting ground, was ready for its next victim.